$66,000, you're gonna have a couple of roommates.
Yeah, exactly. And your roommates are not gonna love you like dribbling the ball.
I see why the players be dating each other.
That's right. It's just for the money. Hi, my name is Sharia.
I'm Aria.
And this is The Strapdown. The Strapdown is a black queer femme podcast.
Hosted by two black queer femme comedians.
Where we talk about black queer femme stuff.
Comedically.
So let's just get into it right up top with today's Femme Topics. And today's Femme Topic is interesting. It's got some icks going on. And it might be a little more controversial than I thought it should be. But why don't you give us an introduction of what's going on. Okay. We're talking about the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement.
Yes, so we're talking about the WNBA collective bargaining agreement. If you're not watching the news, if you're not into sports, this would be something that, I think is worth getting into and really taking a good look at, because I think this is something that could impact women's sports in general. Mm-hmm. So right now, the WNBA players and the WNBA league office and execs are kind of at a stalemate kind of when it comes to the collective bargaining agreement. And so if you're not sure what a collective bargaining agreement is, it's basically kind of like a contract that lays out between the league and the players of like their salary, their work conditions, and all of that. And
People used to have these things called like labor unions. And I know. And you used to be able to like negotiate your contract and have, so their CBA was actually the last time that they made that contract was before the pandemic.
Right.
And now it's it's been up for renegotiation, and the deadline was the 1st, and then they extended
They've had, I think, about 2 extensions to come to an agreement about like pay, revenue sharing, and things like that. Mm-hmm. And so they're still at odds, which is crazy because it is, what's today? Today is
the February 6th?
February 6th,
7th?
yeah. Free agency, which is was supposed to start February 1st. Mm-hmm. And so we still have only about maybe like 3 months to get to an agreement so that the league can start. And really less than 3 months, because they still have to have the draft, they have to have free agency, they have to have the draft for the expansion teams that are starting next year.
And these greedy are thinking of withholding their labor until they can reach an agreement. Who would even do such a thing? This is not what this country was founded on. That's not how we got the 5-day work week. Okay? I don't know what these crazy ladies are talking about.
Like, how dare they demand better pay and working conditions?
But it's not. Yes, exactly. Like, they're literally, like, most of it is asking for, like kind of, like, really basic working conditions so that they don't have to, because they have 5 months of this, they have to train, they have all this stuff, and then they go overseas and work their bodies to the bone just so that they can keep up the money that they have.
Yeah, and that's the reason why they go overseas, is because they don't make enough here playing for the WNBA to live and like where they live at. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think the minimum salary currently right now for a WNBA player is like $66,000. Yeah. So imagine being a rookie and you finally get to accomplish your professional dreams and you get drafted to the LA Sparks.
And I want to reiterate that, like, okay, you're a rookie, but you have spent years like training your body, putting your body at risk, putting like one of the big players just tore ACL, and it's like there, you have to understand that there's like, it's not your $60K job where you send emails for a living. I'm not saying it's not hard, but I'm saying that your body is put on the line in a different way than most regular workers.
Yes, and even at a regular job, if you are at a job and you would expect that job to pay you a livable wage depending on like where you live.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine like the players that live in these high cost areas, like for the New York Liberty, the LA Sparks, like $66,000.
That's not gonna.
You're gonna have a couple of roommates.
Yeah, exactly. And your roommates are not gonna love you like, you know, doing push-ups and dribbling the ball. Yes. You got 4 roommates, like you're not gonna be.
I see why the players be dating each other.
That's right. It's just for the money. It's the league if they don't reach an agreement?
They could either strike and there wouldn't be a season.
Yeah. Really, you're really going to lose money off that.
A lot of players are going to be like, they're just going to go overseas. And now it's kind of interesting, like, kind of a conversation now that you have these alternate leagues. Like, for example, Unrivaled. Like, Unrivaled right now if you don't know what Unrivaled is, this was a league that was started by two of the players. It was started by Breanna Stewart from the New York Liberty and also Nafisa Collier from the Minnesota Lynx. And so this is like a player-run league, so they know like the type of things that they want to get fixed and things like that. And so it's gained a lot of popularity like over the years, and they're able to pay their players a lot more money. You know?
So why is it that that Unrivaled is paying their players more money than the goddamn WNBA? And this is the thing that I found interesting, because they currently, according to their last agreement, they only get 9.3 or 9.7% of revenue stream.
Yes.
Of revenue. Let's revenue is not profit, but let's get into that first. They get 9.3, 9.7%, maybe up to 12% of revenue stream. That's like the cap, right? And that there's still no like yearly increase, right? And from that revenue stream, they still have to split that between the NBA, because the NBA takes a portion. They subsidize the WNBA for good reason. Because historically there would whatever. So, right? And they have to split that revenue stream. Like, each team will, at the most, maybe get like $1 million to split between the entire team, the owners, the everybody, right? That means that like top players are making like $212,000 a year.
Right. That's currently, that's
the top players.
Top players. That's like 4-time MVP Asia Wilson is making $212,000
a year. That's ludicrous.
Yes.
Because I live in New York. And like that's not accounting for taxes, for life, for paying for your manager, your agent, your teams, your own like stuff, like your like there's so many things that they have to cover, and there's not a lot of support if they get injured, and for a lot of other things. Like, they are not, I have seen this conversation framed on the internet like these are the most greedy, evil women that have ever lived. And that the WNBA does not deserve, the WNBA players don't deserve that money because the WNBA does not make a profit. Are y'all dumb?
I think they are.
I think y'all are dumb.
I think they're dumb.
Because the NBA had been around since the 20s, right? and they didn't start making a profit until the mid-80s. They didn't start making a consistent profit until the mid-80s.
And it's really interesting when you hear about like the whole like thing about they're not making any money. You don't really hear these same conversations when you're talking about the D leagues. Who don't make money. They see like the D leagues and all of these like development leagues as investments.
Yes.
And so you don't ever really hear about like, oh, we shouldn't be paying these guys because they're not making any money yet. That's never a conversation. Same thing with baseball, with the minor leagues. We never really hear about we shouldn't be paying these teams that are, still operating at a deficit. They see them as investments in these players and their future. And I wonder,
what's the difference?
What's the difference
between the league full of black queer women and the league full of men? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If
you have an idea, put it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Yes.
I see a lot of this conversation. Okay, so like that is another thing that we need to debunk, is that they are being greedy, that they're asking for the exact same pay as the NBA players.
Because when you're talking about revenue sharing, like the conversation isn't about like a dollar amount, it's about a percentage. That they're looking for.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So if the league does well, like it is actually like projected to do like over something to 1 billion, 1.5 billion, it's projected to do in revenue, then why not collect a percentage of that revenue? Also, revenue is not profit. Exactly. Revenue and profit are different things. I'm sorry, musty Redditor. I see the mustiest podcast bros being like, "Oh, you don't even make a profit. You're dumb. It's not your mom and dad's auto shop." This is a huge corporate business with millions and billions in investment money.
And if you don't know, there's a lot of businesses that operate in a deficit.
The vast majority of the larger corporations that you know they operate as a deficit as a strategy. Uber operated as a deficit until like yesterday. like that as Amazon operated at a deficit for the vast majority of its time.
Right.
That is how these evil people make this money.
And speaking of evil people, college athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like the FBS, most FBS schools operate at a deficit. There's only
what's FBS?
FBS. So that's like those big like football schools when you're watching like, you know, like around December, you see all these football bowl games, like those programs. Most of those programs don't generate a revenue. A lot of those programs, like, I mean, they have revenue, but they're operating in a deficit.
Yeah.
You know, like the Ohio State University, which we see everywhere, operates in a deficit. They lose more money than they're taking in. But we never hear about like, oh, let's not pay the coaches, let's not pay the players or things like that. And then a lot of these schools are also subsidized by the universities themselves, and they're not independent from these universities. And we don't ever hear about like, let's not pay these players, let's not pay these coaches. But when it's the women's side.
And the fact that they always bring up that the WNBA is subsidized by the NBA.
Yes.
Which, for good reason.
Yes.
Here's what is the deal with women's basketball, is that women's basketball started 1 year after men's basketball and was constantly banned. Like, the reason why the rules are slightly different was because that was enforced. And when women's teams tried to collect themselves and it started to get popular, they would immediately shut it down. So there's a storied history, and I know y'all hate affirmative action and there's a storied history of one institution blocking the existence of another institution because of Title IX.
I was just about to say,
Thank
Title
you.
IX.
We I'm sorry. We have Title IX. It's not just, it's real.
Because like, if you
For
look,
now.
like, yeah,
For now.
it's still legal for right now. But I know back in like 2021, I think it was, with the women's, with the basketball tournament, there was like a viral post about, I'm not going to say who it was because the person's problematic, but still a viral post nonetheless, of like, there was a women's basketball player that showed their weight room facility, which consisted of some dumbbells and a yoga mat.
Yep.
And then the men's side, who had a full on like Olympic quality weight room.
Yep.
And it's like, this is why we have these things in place.
That's
here.
right.
This isn't just like a WNBA issue,
Yes.
but it's just like women in general. And a lot of times throughout history, the kind of sentiment from a lot of these toxic podcasts or from these men when it comes to like women's sports in general is that like women should just be grateful for the opportunity. Like, it's more so seen with women's sports as like them just doing it for the love and the passion. You should be grateful that you have the opportunity to even play. But we don't ever see that same sentiment when it comes to the men's side.
Yes. I think there is a deep resentment of the existence of the WNBA and especially of how it like grew. So many of these like musty podcast bros attribute the WNBA's success to Caitlin Clark as though I lived through the first big boom of the WNBA. I lived through the Cheryl Swoops, the you know, when all of them was on Living Single. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be an interest somewhere, and there's always going to be an explosion of women's sports if you allow it to grow. Look how women's soccer has now outpaced men's soccer as far as revenue.
Yes.
Because there's more eyes on it because it was allowed to grow and expand. It can't grow if the players can't make a living.
Yes. It's hard to talk about, or it's like not really possible to talk about like the WNBA and like the struggles that they've seen without bringing like trace into it, the history with the WNBA,
yes.
they have always been a safe space for like black queer women and like
and large women
and politically.
Yes.
Like they all have been like advocates and like spoken out like back with, they were like one of the first like professional teams to speak out about like the George Floyd and like the I Can't Breathe and all of that movement. Yes. They've always been very political, very loud with their like opinions, and I think like this kind of ties into it where like now them asking for money, we see like black queer women asking for money and better living conditions. It's very uncomfortable for a lot of these men who are watching it. And
I think even black men.
Yes.
I think a lot of the black men watching it are like very uncomfortable with the idea of black women having even not necessarily on par with theirs, just anything. Anything that like.
And it's like a story kind of history.
Yes.
When you look back when it comes to black women in labor in the history of this country. Okay?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like going all the way back. Slavery just kind of always comes up in everything.
It's so funny how that happened.
Black women have always been expected to be just as good and to keep pace with the men while getting underpaid and undervalued. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think that all kind of, there's some underlying things in there when you see like black women being loud about like, no, I want to be paid my worth.
And the reaction to it is so extreme and cruel. Like, I don't know. Even Bill Burr pissed me off with that thing. Like, because Bill Burr had a whole bit about how they don't deserve their money because they're bad at basketball.
They're bad at basketball?
Yeah. They don't do anything and and it's boring and whatever. And it's just like...
It's wild to say that the women's basketball is bad at basketball when, like, in the Olympics, my favorite, like, commercial in the Olympics was when, like, it's the voice of, like, Diana Taurasi, where she's talking about, like, every 4 years, countries come from around the world to compete for second place because women's basketball, the U.S. women's basketball team fucking dominates.
Yes.
Every year, but they're bad at basketball.
Yeah. It's not that.
But
it's that black women are asking for rights.
Yes.
And there's something, especially right now in this country, this is a convergence of a lot of the, like, deep-rooted issues of American capitalism, right? We have black women, queer women, and we have labor organizations, like at the time when the NLRB has been completely gutted, right? We are dealing, this is like a nexus of like of intersecting issues that are like that sit at the core of the rot of American excess and American capitalism. So like this is important. And it's important, I think one thing that I kept seeing the podcast bros say is that not enough women are watching the WNBA. They keep like, they're like, well, if they want to be successful, they gotta like start appealing to men. Like, you know, like Caitlin Clark, that's what did it for us, because we all loved her and wanted to protect her. So they need more like feminine women.
Wait. Feminine women like Caitlin Clark?
I know, right? I know.
That's such a bullshit.
It's such a bullshit. It's just because that one moment, it activated their racism button, and they've been into that ever since. This moment. Even the people who are going hard for Caitlin Clark, why don't you want her to make more money in the league? Exactly. Right now, she's worth $12.1 million. Most of that is from cornflakes.
Only $0.1 million comes from her WNBA career. Everything else is endorsements and everything like that. And it's for like that for every single like player on the list. So if you're going to go hard for your girl, go hard for your girl.
Because that's not what it's about.
Because that's not what it's about.
The collective bargaining as a right is so like in danger for every single American worker, and I personally believe it's a Koch brothers funded AstroTurf campaign to ensure that these because why are y'all talking like the money coming out y'all wallets?
Exactly.
Why are y'all I see y'all in comments just like these bitches don't deserve a dime. It's not coming from you.
Like women don't watch women's You don't watch.
You don't watch. to be watching women's basketball. I too need to be watching more women's
y'all
basketball.
Y'all do need to be watching.
Yes, the way y'all watch Real Housewives, y'all need to be watching women's basketball. Y'all need to be watching
women's basketball. And a lot of you queer people, a lot of you lesbians talking about, like, I don't know how to meet people, whatever. Some of y'all single because you don't know what a 2-3 zone is. I'm sorry.
Yes, same.
Like, you need to
find be at the game.
Game.
Be at the games, be at the sports bars, like that's where they be.
Like the WNBA games, it's such a great event for
it's really fun.
It's really fun, and it's such a like safe place for like lesbians and like queer people to gather. You can bring your kids and you can bring your family. It's like a family event.
Don't bring your dildos.
For like a lot of people, this is like the first time where they have been able to see themselves represented like the players, you know, because like they have like these like masculine presenting like women or individuals who are able to be themselves in this space
and able to be icons in the media.
Icons. Yes. Yeah. Like there's a great documentary on Diana Taurasi. I think it's on Prime. But it's a really great documentary that shows like her coming up in the league and them not knowing how to market her because they were trying to kind of sex her up like and appeal to men. Yes. They had her with some sparkly, glittery eyeshadow and some what you like? Not knowing how to market their players or not know how, that's not the player's fault. Yeah. Why you're not able to like generate more of this revenue.
Well, how would you change the marketing tactic for the WNBA players?
I think Unrivaled does a really great job because this is also a player-run league. Yes. You know, because like as women in a sense, sometimes I feel like we get invested in the players themselves and in their lives. My girl knows everything about these players. Who dating who, what's going on, what they like, what they do outside of the court. Yeah. And I think Unraveled does a really good job of showcasing that personality. And also if you look at like college basketball, a lot of like the superstars that are emerging, like the Angel Reeses, the Juju Watkins, the Paige Beckers, like they're blowing up on social media because like we get to see a little bit of the inside of their lives. And they're entertaining like that. Yes. And I think just having that, like it kind of, you build a kind of a, sometimes a little problematic bond with your players.
Yes, a problematic parasocial bond, but there is a level of parasociality to all sports stuff. Yes. There's a level because you are imagining yourself as a part of the team. Right. Right? You're like you there's an emotional connection to whether they win or lose. You know what I mean? There's a rivalry. Like why you got beef with somebody that
There's tea. And we love that. Yes. You know, and I think they have like a really I think was really smart with them like partnering with Sephora and like different brands and this.
Victoria's Secret
and Victoria's Secret and like stuff like that and like introducing those brands in, and I think they're doing some work with like some of the players that are like that may have like podcasts and like stuff like that. Okay. And, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Like the their league app is terrible. Yeah. Like they ain't got no commercials or anything like that. Like I was like, y'all could put the stud buzz on or something in between these games.
That's a great idea.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was like great marketing that I felt like that opportunity was definitely missed. Like you have players like the Stud Buds, you have Sydney Colson and Teresa Plaisance who have their unsupervised like podcast, and they have like a whole little web show about being the face of the league. Like that could be like something with
something more with the in between seasons.
Between seasons or like something like that. Just more like community, like
and more content that has to do with the actual players themselves.
Yes.
I also want to get into this because I saw this tweet that like really hit this home, because a lot of the arguments is like they don't deserve this money. That's too much money for them. Why can't they live comfortably off that? And it's like, hold on, like, oh, was the NBA making this much money back? Were the NBA players making this much money in the early times? Let's see. So in NBA was formed in 1946. In 1965, 19 years in, the average NBA salary was estimated to be $10,000. By 1970, top players were starting to earn $100,000, which averaged $35K.
By when?
By 1970. By the mid-70s, top players were seeing over $500,000, while the average was about $50K. This is adjusted for salary. WNBA was formed in 1996. Salaries for top players are behind even going by the NBA timeline. Adjusted for inflation, even average salaries are far lower today than they should be. 45K in 1975 is 270,000 today, right? Like,
and when did the NBA start actually turning a profit? Didn't it?
Not until the mid 80s.
Yeah, that's to say.
Not until the mid 80s. So they would still make more money while being in the red. They would still give the players more revenue share as the league continues and as their playing continued, despite the fact that they were still in the red, because that's how you grow a business. You invest in an investment. It's an investment.
It's an investment.
That's why you operate in a deficit, because you can, because you have the investment and you're pouring more investment in than you are getting back at present, so that you can make a real boom in profit later. That is how that works. Yes. Like, why am I explaining econ to like? Do we need to mansplain the economy to you, dumb?
Okay, so just imagine, right?
If Johnny has 5 apples.
Let's say I have a restaurant. All right? I have a restaurant. I'm going to hire you as a chef for my restaurant, right? I'm not going to do no marketing. I'm not going to invest in anything into this business. And then nobody shows up. Do you still want your money?
Exactly. Yeah, I still want my motherfucking money. I still work.
Even though I didn't do what I needed to do to invest to actually have customers come in.
Yep. And now imagine that the restaurant starts to really make money, and I'm running all over the goddamn place making
and I'm about to open 2 more.
That's right. And I still have to cook in.
That you still have to cook in.
And I say, hey, can I get some more money? And you say, we're not making a profit yet, so no. No. Now get on out there and do more of that work. That don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Y'all gotta get it's misogynoir, it's homophobia, it's
racism.
It's racism. It's like labor. Y'all hate yourselves and don't want freedom. Like it's the Koch brothers astroturfing of labor organizing as some great evil that you dumb fell into, like your granddaddies. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then they have those shirts like "Pay us what you owe us," the "Pay us what you owe us" shirts. Like,
and people thought that was
flipped out.
Oh my gosh, that's so tacky.
What we owe you? That phrase.
Sit down and be a lady.
Yep, that phrase I think really scared them. I think that really scared them, because if they start asking for what they owe, what is owed to them, maybe the rest of us will too. And that is ultimately the great fear at the core of the backlash to this. And that's the real reason why they won't make a real good deal with these ladies. But they better do it. Pay the up, ho. Pay the up, because you know what the you need to do.
Y'all know y'all wrong. And then y'all disrespectful with it too.
Yes.
Like how you show up to a meeting with your players.
Yes.
Empty-handed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's disrespect.
Yes.
That's disrespect. I would have we striking. I would have struck right then.
That's right. I'm gonna be right outside with old girl from the what was it with the pink hair from the not the Timberwolves. Why do I keep saying Timberwolves? The Lynxes. The Lynxes. No, the one with the pink hair.
Maybe we're gonna have the stud buds.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We can't have the stud buds on.
You think they're gonna come over here?
If the W pays them more.
Yeah, maybe they can afford to do side quests.
Plane ticket. Okay. Oh. Maybe we can have the stud buzz on, and we can teach Courtney Williams what misogyny means.
Damn. Okay, I'm not paying attention to the stud buzz. That's why. I need to be watching the stud buzz. I see this is a toxic that I be looking at because it got a fade and a fat ass. Okay. So anyway,
pay the players.
Pay your players.
Kathy.
Support labor, because it's like kind of the core reason why we have any rights, and we're losing them day by day.
Yes. And watch women's basketball, watch women's sports, women's soccer. Okay, Trinity Rodman, I believe, just signed a deal, and she's now, I think, the highest paid women's soccer player.
Is she a Rodman?
She is a Rodman.
Like a Rodman?
A Rodman. Yes. She just signed a $2 million deal, and yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yes.
Good for her.
So women's soccer actually beat, the WNBA players to like their first $1 million deal.
I'm not surprised by that.
You know what I'm saying?
Even though WNBA was like the biggest league or whatever, it's fine. Anyway.
It's fine. I'm glad. Get your money.
Get your money.
Get your money. Pay them what you owe them.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Before Big Worm come at you.
Big.
So
I think they all should just roll up to the league office and like rollers.
In the rollers.
And the rollers.
If y'all don't like
Big
the
Worm.
t-shirts, then like y'all not gonna like the rollers and the ice cream the finger shirt and the ice cream shit. Anyway, so
Stop playing with me, Smokey.
Stop playing with me. Just playing with my money and my emotions.
So now
Thank you.
it's time for us to give some. Or SUGAA.
Let's get into somebody's business.
Okay, this says, I keep attracting mean girls. And this is from Reddit Black Lesbians. Okay. Went on a first date last night with a girl I matched with on an app about 2 weeks ago, but she was traveling for the holidays, so we stayed in contact via text until the date. We went to a local bar and a club. She suggested, sat down, had apps, just chatted. When the food arrived, I pulled out a bottle of hand sanitizer and offered her some. She seemingly got offended and said, I didn't take the bus to get here, which was a swipe at me since I told her that it was my first time taking transit to get there last night. Mind you, I'm a bit of a germaphobe, i.e. I avoid touching door handles in public, will use my sleeve, my foot, or whatever. I wear an N95 mask and was wearing gloves until I got to the table since it's freezing outside. I thought it was strange because I wasn't trying to insinuate anything. I thought it was
We were about to eat.
No, but for real. Like, I thought I was just being courteous. It was a courteous thing to offer, especially since both she and I have public health backgrounds.
See, mean girl nurses.
Okay, I'm on the spectrum, so sometimes I don't pick up on rudeness until a bit after the fact and genuinely try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But the date felt like a total dud after that. Trying not to let these disappointing dates make me resign from dating altogether, but I feel ready to date seriously, but man, is it bleak out there. What am I missing or doing that seems to be a magnet for rude women? Should I have not offered? Can anybody relate to this?
I'm sorry. You've done nothing wrong, sweetie. You've done nothing wrong.
You're an angel.
You're an angel.
You are a health-conscious angel.
The nerve to be like, I'm offering you, like, we're
Yeah.
about to eat. And it don't matter whether you took the bus.
That was really rude.
Rude, but also insane, because what does taking, there's germs outside of the bus, right?
Yeah.
There's germs.
There's germs in Ubers.
Yes, in Ubers.
There's germs on door
the
handles
of the doors,
and
on the chair that you just...
Yeah, and being someone in public health, you would think you
would know that.
Be aware of this.
Because you went to school for it.
Right. So does that mean you just walking around wherever you at, just touching doorknobs? I don't know if you deal with patients or not. You just like not scrubbing up after you're like touching and going to the bathroom and stuff? I don't understand.
Are you like RFK Jr. and you don't believe in germ theory? Like, what's going on? What's really going on is you needed to make a dig at somebody because you're a mean girl. Like, she's a mean girl and she just wants to assert dominance. And also, I don't know the like dynamics or whatever, but some bitches like that. So like there are a lot of like lesbians out here who specifically want a mean girl girlfriend to be like they like, I love a little tiki taka, but I'm not doing like don't what?
Not doing like the like fight like digging on like somebody's economic status because I took transit here.
We should all be taking transit.
Exactly.
We should actually all be taking
Reduce your
transit.
fucking carbon footprint, please.
Yes.
I don't know why you are attracting these types of people.
Probably because you're dating nurses.
There are certain fields that just attract that mean girl energy, and nursing, unfortunately, is one of those fields.
Yeah, a lot of nurses become nurses because they genuinely want to care for people. They want to like actually contribute to the world in a meaningful way, and they believe in like health and da-da-da-da. And a lot of these nurses become nurses because they want to be cops. Because they want to be cops, and they think that having the title of nurse for some reason makes them like more like they get to be evil because they're a nurse or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
And then I've also seen with some nurses that do make a lot of money.
Yes. They make so
much money, and
especially the traveling nurses.
And money can change you. No matter where you're getting the money from, even if it's from the medical field.
I don't know. Does it change you or does it reveal who you really
are? Right.
Like, you would think that these would be the kindest people. But whatever. I don't know whether it's helpful for them. Like, sort of like surgeons need to be psychopaths a little bit. Like, I wonder if that is helpful to the field, but it's
to be able to cut someone open, maybe you do have to have
you have to
have,
because otherwise you just be like, you can't be, are you okay? Like, you don't need that energy.
You need somebody like, finally.
Yep, exactly. Like someone who can cut into flesh and feel nothing. You gotta be a kind of a psychopath. So, like, there is some use and maybe there is some, but I've had some difficult times with nurses.
Yeah, and I would also want to know.
I've also had beautiful times with nurses. I've had nurses that have been really kind to me.
Yeah. I also have friends that are nurses that are like
right,
sweet people. I also have some friends that were nurses that I'm like,
damn, I'm glad I'm your friend and not outside of this group because y'all are mean.
Like, I don't want to be your patient.
That's right.
And
I'm glad y'all are on my side.
I hate if y'all didn't like me.
Like, and that's also part of why a lot of people want Mean Girls is because they feel like they want somebody to protect them. Especially a lot of masks want a mean femme to like go yell at the waiters for them. You know what I mean? They can't do that. People will call the cops.
So now you're getting insulted about your economic status because you can't send your burger back because it got
there
tomatoes
you go.
on it.
Because you can't speak up. Because you can't speak up at the locticians. So like, I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's your tea, if you're missing cues of meanness, but I think like maybe like making it clear up front, like I would like to know how you responded to that. Mm-hmm. I wonder if because I attract a lot of mean girls, but like
you do?
I do. Because I do, and I used to attract way more because like there is something about that like kindness and like softness or like, you know, a lot of times you don't notice somebody's being mean. Like, I miss out on those cues that someone is being mean because I think I'm on the spectrum and like certain.
Oh yeah, and I think they also mentioned that too, that they're on the spectrum.
That's probably, you are missing a lot of the cues that indicate meanness before you get to that level. Yeah. And so then when they pop out with something extreme, you're like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? And it's like, no, that's just their personality.
Right. And some people try to mask their meanness as like a joke. Or like, you know what I'm saying? And so I
love jokes. I mean, I guess I am.
I will be real. I'm like a recovering, like kind of from that where like I use like humor and like being mean or like whatever.
Me too. We all do it. Yeah.
I was pretty bad about it. Yeah. Like it was like I'm a reformed bully. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be real. Yeah. I can be honest with it. You know, I was definitely one of those kids that was like I was bullied and then I became kind of a bully. Yes, you know, and I used humor a lot of times through that as a, like almost like a defense mechanism where like I have to like get you first before you like come for me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's so funny because I think I have a similar thing where I have to get me first before you come for me.
And
that often attracts a mean person, and you think, oh, they get me. Yeah. And it's like, no, they're being mean to you. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think
because you're already being mean to yourself.
Because you're already being mean to yourself, and that's your comfort zone. Yeah. And so, like, I'm not a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that might be that's why I attracted a lot of mean girls, and that could be what's happening with you. So like I'm like I don't know what to tell you with that. The best I can say is like
write some jokes.
That's funny. But also the best I can say, don't do that. The best I can say for that is don't go into comedy. That's terrible.
Don't go into comedy. But you got to get some quick.
You got to get some quick snapbacks. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think the main thing is not necessarily the snapping
two wrongs
back.
don't make a right.
Exactly. I think the main thing is like what I have learned is like at my best, when I am at my highest self and I find that energy has come to me, the best thing is to ask questions. Why would you say something like that?
I was gonna say that's a really good way of like diffusing that and like making them like calling it out.
That's right.
And making it uncomfortable. Like if someone says like a racist joke or a sexist joke or homophobic joke and be like, I don't understand that. Could you
explain that? Why is that funny
to me? Why is that?
Where'd that come from? You know what I mean?
I don't get it.
That is the best type of thing. What do you mean? Like if you had responded, and I'm not saying like in the moment you just were like, because that's natural. Especially if you're on the spectrum. You're like, a social cue. I'm so sorry. Wow. That's when your brain starts blaring, you know what I mean? But like with this, if you had been like, what do you mean by that? Why don't you want some What does
the bus have to do with hand
sanitizer? Like, you know what I mean? She would have been like, she would have been stuck in a moment because that's what. So that is the best I can tell you is like, you may not notice it before it happens. Don't take that personally. You may not notice it before it happens, but when you notice it, simply, if you can, simply calmly ask questions and then put them in that corner where they have to defend their cruelty. So that you see. And I promise you that energy will stop coming to you as often.
And I feel like it works every time.
It does work every time.
I like making people, when they make uncomfortable comments at work, like have to explain that.
What does that mean?
Then they're like,
what's a jigaboo?
Oh, good.
Explain it. And when you meet them that be doing entirely too much, you're gonna know, and you gotta not blame yourself. You just gotta keep it moving. Just be like, this is the thing that I am currently attracting, and the more I keep batting it away, the less that energy is gonna come toward me. Yes. And that's what I feel like I have learned. If you cut that shit off as soon as you notice it, don't beat yourself up for not noticing it.
Yes.
Cut it off as soon as you do.
And don't give up on dating. There are people out there, you know, and just like focus on what you want to attract, the type of person you want to attract, type of energy. Not so much on what you don't want.
Yes.
You know, you don't want
what you want. That's beautiful.
You know,
I feel like I called in what I wanted in my life as far as like
you really did.
I really did.
I
really called in exactly what I wanted and got it in a weird way. If only this could work for everything else. Now we're about to reach the end of our strap journey, but before we do, we're gonna have to put you on strap game. So what do we got?
Mine is just really simple.
Okay.
And my cute little hat that I had earlier.
Yes.
This WNBA hat.
Is that official merch?
Not official. There is someone, Leaf Lee, and I will put their information below, who makes these hats in all different types of colors, and like I think my girlfriend has like a camouflage one, like I have this black one. So they have all types of like fun merch, and they're queer, and they like make these, and they'll send them out, and they have like write like a cute little note in there when you order your stuff. So this is just really cool. I just love like fun.
I love it. Yeah.
I love cute little fun merch, and I also love any type of play on words. So
yes.
I love this.
That is wonderful.
It is wonderful. And the best part is, like, it is great, like, for my my fellow, like, people out there that have plus size craniums. Okay? This is plus size friendly.
Yes, this is for the Hey Big Head community.
Yes. I think I want to become the like Samara of like hats, and like I'm gonna go into hat stores.
Like, why you ain't got these hat sizes big enough?
These hat sizes don't fit. These hat sizes are not inclusive.
That's right, they're not inclusive for big heads or people with tracks.
Right. It's crazy. So please go support. I think it's Leaf Lee. Leif, and Leaf, if I'm not
it's spelled on the screen correctly.
Right. Please let me know how to phonetically say your name. Yeah. But yeah, so yes, support them, support the WNBA.
Yes.
If they get their shit together, support the players.
Support the players.
The league. Support the players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, that's beautiful. That's great. Also, feel free to put us on Strap Game to some stuff. You know what I mean? Hit us up and send us in stuff, because before we go, we do like to talk about something that kept us from inviting a third a third man into our lesbian relationships and posting about it on TikTok, or something that kept us from making AI monkey pictures of former leaders. Crazy. I don't even care. Him. I don't even care.
What's crazy is never mind.
No, that's just him. Like that's just him trying to get some attention again.
Yeah,
away
but there
from the Epstein files. It's like, you know what?
What do I have left?
Yeah, he's like, monkey pictures. Like literally what that is.
It's crazy how at a point in time that would have ended someone's career.
This is
now
way different world. Yep. This is a way different world.
And then they blamed it on an intern, which is also kind of problematic. So you mean like there's an intern that's posting this at what time was this posted? 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
And it was not freely. One of the most powerful men in the world. There's an intern that has complete access
to his social media account.
Unrestricted. I hope. Anyway.
And then he won't apologize for it. Let's get the out of here. Let's get the out of here. Anyway.
Even as a racist, you got to be like, that's a bit much.
Like, right? I'm racist,
but I'm not like monkey Obama racist.
No, but the more of them are monkey Obama racist than you'd think. Okay, but we do have an update of art from our artist in residence. Yes, the Ksst, who is out here,
fighting a good
fight for the struggle, and then creating great revolutionary art to boot. This one is called Ginger at the Barricades. Just the look of Ginger at the Barricades in a Minnesota neighborhood makes ICE agents rethink their life decisions. Sorry, it's upside down. It's very cool.
Have you seen?
Wait, look.
Okay.
Look at her. She's...
Oh my gosh, Ginger at the Barricades.
She's there. She going, that's right.
Let's go home to Texas. That dog looks mad.
Yes, that's fucking right. Because Ginger...
She's on a dumpster, and the American flag is upside down.
Down behind her.
We're in crisis.
Are you crying?
I am crying. This is so Also, y'all don't understand. It's been a really long week with Ginger.
With Ginger. She's going through some stuff.
She's going through some stuff, and so this just like warms my heart.
Yeah.
Like to see, she's
a revolutionary icon.
She is an icon, so I appreciate this so much.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm like crying, and also
I love that you're crying.
And also, too, when they said that dog looks mad because I took Ginger to the vet and they had to put her in a muzzle.
That's right. Ginger, y'all, Ksst be drawing it like it's cute or whatever, but apparently Ginger's a Rottweiler. Ginger's part pit bull.
Ginger is absolutely about the shit.
Ginger went at them niggas like Natalie Nunn. Oh, no, that's your baby.
That's my baby, but guys, that was the most adorable. Just to see her little self with the little muzzle on it.
Not the muzzle. They had to put her in a little Hannibal Lecter.
That's what I told the vet. Look, these ICE agents don't want it with Ginger.
No, they do not.
They do not want it.
No, they do not. Okay,
Ginger is 100% about that life.
We need Miramar Martinez and Ginger, and that's it. We could get this will be wrapped the fuck up.
We ain't gotta send the army.
Yes, just these two rolling through in some. Oh my god, tiny little black Air Force Ones.
Ginger's about to
tiny little black
tearing them ankles up. Tearing them ankles up. Okay.
Oh my girl, yes, please send love to Ginger. Please send love to Ginger as she's going through her time.
Yes.
She's she's in good spirits and everything, but
Yeah.
Aury's gonna have to pay out the ass to like
my baby, she's 15, so she's she's
at that age.
She's at the age where things are popping up health-wise for her, but she's good, she's happy, she's getting treatment, and so
she got energy.
She got a lot of energy
because the people at the vet are like, huh.
And she also got that smoke. Okay, she got that smoke. It's necessary, right? So thank you, Ksst.
Thank you for You know, like very much like, you know, honoring that side of Ginger.
That spirit in there.
Yes, it's true. Like whatever, anti-violence is great. But Ginger said the language of the oppressor is violence. And so she's going to speak the language of the oppressor, even if the oppressor is the vet.
Right. Baby, she got 9 teeth and she is not afraid to use them. Okay? She will put paws on them ICE agents.
Right?
Period.
Oh, that's right.
That's great. Sorry, this got out of hand.
No, that was great. Thank you so much, Ksst. Please send us stuff. Y'all, please send us stuff.
Our email, strapdown@gmail.com. Slide into our DMs on TikTok, on Instagram, at the Strapdown.
Yes.
Also, we have a shout out. We need to shout out our intern.
Yes, let's shout out our intern. We got an intern.
We have an intern. If you were watching the end credits for the last episode, you would know her name because I put it in there.
You did.
I did put it in there.
Along with Ginger's government name.
Ginger's government name.
Yes.
Her entire name. So
Yes.
if you did watch the last episode all the way through to the end credits and you know Ginger's full name,
leave it in the comments.
leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments. And if you didn't, guess.
You'll
Guess.
never guess.
You'll never guess it, but guess.
Guess it. But yeah, shout out to our intern, Ebony.
Shout out to Ebony!
AKA E.
Yes!
So a lot of y'all saw like the new graphics that we got.
So updated, so much cleaner, so much smoother.
Yes.
The editing was great because Aria took over editing with her new computer.
Listen, I had Ebony on the phone. She was just we did a whole like tutorial like how to get things done.
Yep.
I had Ginger on the line trying to do the sound. We're gonna work with that.
Yeah, we're working.
But you know what I'm saying. But shout out to Ebony. She's helping your aunties like get things together
for very, very little money. So you guys for very, very little money.
Yes, but she's awesome. She's gonna help us like make things like cooler and like more updated, more dynamic.
Yes.
She's also gonna be here in person helping your aunties, you know, when we have guests and live shows and stuff.
And you know why we're able to pay Ebony this very measly amount of money that we're paying her? It's because
of viewers like
you or our Patreon subscribers.
Our big strap
energy,
strapaholics,
all of y'all that are in there, and all these names that you see coming up, these are heroes. These are icons. These are the people that uphold this particular Black queer community.
They subsidize this podcast.
They subsidize this podcast like the NBA. So if you would like to be one of them, please do. We should, by the time this episode is up, we should have our tier, our like $2 tier. So like you'll be able to like just throw us a little something for as ever long as you want. And when you do that, you get behind the scenes, you get bloopers, you get uncensored episodes so you can hear us cussing and stuff. And you get like little like, you know, I'll be in the chats complaining, you know, little things like that. Exclusive pictures of Ginger from her only pause. All kinds of stuff. So
see all 4 nipples.
All 4 nipples. They are there, okay? They are there. Some of it look like bumps, but they're there. So like
a hookup size.
That's right. So if you got it, please, it helps us keep this thing rolling along, and pumping out episodes and updating and upgrading for y'all, you know. So yeah, please go to the link at the end of this, patreon.com/the Strapdown Podcast. I'm sorry, it's long, but click it. And you know, you can join for free and just hang out. And get other stuff for free.
Yes.
And so also stay tuned at the end of this episode. You can cut this out. Stay tuned at the end of this episode for a special little thing. But I don't know what it'll be. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for if you made it this far. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting, like, subscribe, do all the things, hit the bell, super like you know they hate us over here, so you gotta help us out.
You gotta support. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok at the Strapdown. Share with your friends, share with your enemies.
Yes.
You know, just engage with us. We love talking with y'all. It keeps us going.
Yes, it does keep us going in more ways than one. You are preventing things from happening when you give us compliments. And stay healthy, stay well, stay revolutionary, stay gay, and most importantly, Stay strapped. We used to have plenty of soy sauce. I don't know what the fuck happened.
You don't have a black person sauce drawer?
So Woodleaf threw out my sauce packet, like all my packets, and because his mom was coming, and he was like my mom's coming, like, do we need to have this here? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, but it's just like, are we gonna use, like, I'll buy more. So and I was like, but, and then he kind of made me feel tight.
That's kind of a microaggression.
I feel like that was a microaggression.
That's a hate crime.
Oh, your mama can't see my sauce packets? And I let him throw my away, and I have never forgiven him for it, because we have run out of ketchup, we run out of hot sauce, we run out of shit, and we don't have it. And I'm like, you know what would really come in handy right now?
A packet of
yes, sauce. And all the packets that I had, I think about it. I'm still tight.
He did this during Black History Month? I know he didn't throw it.
This was like last year almost. This was like 7 months ago. I'm so pissed. I'm still pissed.
I'm sorry. Don't touch my sauce packets, and don't touch my plastic bag drawer.
My plastic bag drawer is another thing that was like a point of contention that I was like, no. I'm putting my foot down.
You have to have
We need them for the garbage bag. Whatever.
Someone said, like, black people aren't contributing to the plastic.
Black people,
because our shit is in our kitchen.
That's right. Black people actually consider. Oh, they threw out a bunch of my reusable bags too. I know. I'm like, living with white people is crazy because they don't understand conservation.